Hello Papua New Guinea and welcome to another episode of Sports In. I'm delighted to be here with you tonight to bring to you your number one sports show on your number one to watch EMTV. Trust me, we got an exciting lineup tonight. We got some special guests coming up. I'm pretty sure you're gonna love it. But before that, let's check out some scorelines from last weekend. So last weekend in the NRL Round 1, Melbourne Storm defeated Parramatta Eels 16 points to 12. Warriors beat Knights. Broncos defeated Panthers with a 1-point field goal there and held on to win. Sea Eagles beat Bulldogs. Cowboys beat the Raiders. The Rabbitohs beat the Sharks. Dolphins registered their first win in the NRL, beating the Roosters. And Titans defeated Tigers. In the POMCA Indoor Cricket Elimination Finals, the winners are BSP Kunduz, Redbacks and Tambarans. That's in the Men's Cup Finals. In the Men's Plate Finals, Moniplas, Kinnabank, Avis and Kumuls are the winners. And in the Men's Bowl Finals, PIH, City Hall, Bombers, PNG Power, Capital Insurance and Telecom are the winners. Yep, folks, those are some of the scorelines from last weekend. And we'll take a short break now. Up next, more on Sports In. Hello Papua New Guinea and welcome to Sports In. I'm Isaac Leary here. It's a nice dull Saturday here in Port Moresby at the mini cricket grounds. As you can see at the back of me, we've got the indoor cricket elimination playoffs taking place. And a lot of corporate teams have come out to have fun and compete for the major prize. And now we'll head on and talk with the man in charge, Dean Ani.
Got the cup played ball independence playoff now this weekend, starting this week. Also, it's going to go for 3 weeks. We've had the men's season run for 13 rounds, and then the mix have played for the last 17 rounds as well. So we had about 37 corporate companies registered for this season 10, which we started back 2014. This competition, the great corporate indoor cricket comp. And, out of the 37 corporate companies, 12 registered for either men's or mixed team, and about 25 registered for either for a men's and a mixed team both together. So a total of 62 teams have we've had to deal with putting up the draws for Saturday and Sunday, and hence we had to start the games at 10:30 in the mornings for Saturday and Sunday. So it's actually the largest registered teams most teams that we have for the season since we started in 2014. Since we started 2014, it's just we started having bigger numbers in the men's and mixed comp, and the interest grew since 2014 now, season 10. And like I said, this season after COVID, starting the game, the numbers just grew, and like 62 teams out of 37 corporate company them that registered. So it's a great platform for networking for staff, the management, and also the families as well. When the kids come out here, you see the little break out there, the kids actually try and get an opportunity to run out there and have a bit of ball and bat and then get out again. So you can see the keenness from the kids themselves as well. And the networking has happened. Great stories have come out of this competition. Unemployed have come and played as dependents, and they've picked up a job with some of the companies there because they've been good at playing cricket, and the company wants to have them, playing for the side as well in the following season. So they've picked them up, and it's quite sad how the kids have gone to uni, finished grade 12, and haven't found a job yet. And they come out and play out here, and they've got those qualifications, education qualifications, and companies ask for them and they give them, and they're lucky to pick up the jobs with some of the corporate companies here. So there's some pretty good stories that come out of this competition, and and also staff coming out here to play with some of the bosses, come out and play as well and interact with their bosses, the staffs themselves, and also the families come by as well and been playing with the staff as well. So the networking, the socializing is actually paid off since season 1 to now, season 10. And for POM Cricket Association, me as the president for the POMs here as well, it's a pretty good talent ID finding for us as well, for both the young girls and young boys that we've identified since season 1. Here, the season campaigners has been BSB since season 1. Again, they've come out as the minor premiers and for the men's and the mix as well. Then you have the Parliament, National Parliament have been taken along as well. Money Plus, Digicel. So these are season campaigners since a few seasons they've been in, and they're the hot favourites. Those top 4, and NBC as the newcomers. NBC have come on board as well and managed to get into the Cup finals as well. So pretty good new teams have come on board as well and come into the Cup for both pools and in a mix as well. We've seen some of the season campaigners have dropped down to the plates. Basically, a lot of employees and staff move around, work, and they lose jobs and stuff. So they're not back in those the teams that played for the last seasons. But yep. So yeah, BSP, NBC as a newcomers, a new surprise. Digicel, Coca-Cola in the Cup as well. They're first timers. King, and they're going to be having their first game now playing against Digicel. So it's the Coca-Cola pool, their pool against the Digicel pool. So it'll be a great matchup for a new team in Coca-Cola taking on the campaigners Digicel. So that'll be quite interesting this morning for the first Cup final. Grand finals will be on the 18th, on Saturday this month. We've kept Sunday as the spare day in case it rains, then we can have the game next day, but then depends on the dampness of the mat out there. Hopefully, fingers crossed. The weather's going to be good to us the next couple of weeks, and hopefully if we have our grand final then come 18th. So playoffs this week, next week will be all elimination and then semis, and then the final straight after that. Then we had the big night, presentation night for the teams to get out there. It's the night for all the players. It's for them to get the awards night and all that stuff. So they'll be on the 25th of this month. All goes well. So we've got a committee working on those presentation steps as well. Yeah, I'd like to thank Greg Campbell, CEO of Cricket PNG, for allowing us to use the facilities here, the net facilities. I want to thank Greg for giving us all that reason to run our competition out here as well, and his staff, the securities that have been looking after us, and staff have been taking care of the facilities out here. So I want to thank Cricket PNG, Greg and the team for that assistance, and also all the teams that have registered this year and for the past season as well, making this a pretty great competition. And for everyone to get up on the Saturday, Sunday, come have a game, an hour half, and with the family and kids as well. I want to thank all of them for another great season actually, this season 10. For being good cricketers, good supporters. They've supported in a very sportsmanship way, and as well as the players. But I want to thank all those people that I mentioned, and also not forgetting umpires and scorers out here. Without them, we won't be running the games out here. So thank you to all those people.
There you have it, viewers. Some nice pictures here from the Amini Cricket Grounds here in Port Moresby. Now we'll go for a short break. Up next, we got more on Sports Scene. Welcome back, everyone. And now in the studio tonight, I have a special guest with me, none other than Nigel Banner. Nigel Banner, a very good night, and thank you for joining us on Sports Scene.
Good night, Isaac.
Yes. Okay, for those who do not know Nigel, Nigel has been in the sporting space for some time in the sport of karate, martial arts, and he's come a long way. He's represented the country on many occasions, and now he's started something different, something new, and he's going to talk about that. But before that, Nigel, just tell the viewers, just give a brief background on yourself as one of our elite sporting athletes.
Thank you, Isaac, for the opportunity. My name is Nigel, and I come from a mixed parentage of Morobe and the autonomous region of Bougainville. I've been representing Papua New Guinea for since 2011, and this would be like my 12th year now. So I basically made my debut in the 2011 Pacific Games in New Caledonia back then. Ever since, it's been a real honor and a privilege to represent the country at that stage for that long, over a decade. And
so, like looking back at the years you've represented the country, what is your most memorable event, sporting event?
I think the most memorable moment would be the 2015 Pacific Games. Obviously, because not a lot of elite athletes get to compete in front of the home crowd, and especially the atmosphere and everything that has been put in place just for you to play and deliver the results that your country has invested in you.
Okay. I mean, obviously, you're still young, you're still fit. So just tell us about your goals this year. I'm sure we got the Pacific Games coming up. We've got other big sporting events coming up. You looking forward to those upcoming events?
Yeah. I think the main one that I'm looking forward to is the Pacific Games in Solomon Islands. It would be a good one, and hopefully we can get to defend the gold medal we won in 2015 again.
All right. Okay. So, like, how many gold medals are you planning? I'm sure you got your calendar fixed out there, your diary there. How many gold medals or silver medals, bronze medals are you looking to grab, snatch for Team PNG this year?
It would depend on where the coaches name me, how many categories, but for sure I think I'll be competing in the committed division. So, yeah.
Anyway, apart from the Pacific Games, the NB Fitness and Wellness is a very new school or academy run by you. Just tell us why you decided to come up with this wellness and fitness or program.
Okay, so the NB Fitness and Wellness, the idea behind it was to make it like a bridge between the corporate and mainstream sports. That was the whole motive behind it. Because if you look at the mainstream sports, like you have athletes training, and then you have corporates or people outside of mainstream sport doing their own training as well. So being an athlete for 12 years, you can actually see the difference between what is done in the mainstream sports and what we should introduce into the other end, so that like it's what can I say, it benefits everyone.
So you got different people, you got working class people, kids coming to take part in that program, correct?
Yes. So right now we have our individual karate programs which have started last week on the 4th of March, and we are running our classes at the Tauroma Aquatic Center. So we have kids coming through, we have teenagers coming through, and even adults and women, females who come in for their self-defense classes as well.
Okay, yeah, self-defense. Self-defense is very important in this day and era. We've got a lot of law and order problems happening around the streets, and for them to come and attend some of your sessions, obviously they'll learn a lot.
Yes.
So you good numbers turning up?
The first day of classes, it was actually the turn-up was a surprise to us because initially we had only a few number of people who registered, but then when classes started, there were some who walked in and who registered and who started training.
What do you guys normally teach them?
Okay, so basically under NB Fitness and Wellness, there's a variety of fitness programs that we offer, and our main or our base is karate training, but we do offer weight loss sessions, muscle toning sessions, or even we can provide supports for sporting clubs. So with the PNG games coming up, and if you're looking for karate or martial arts people to provide support for your provincial team to help you through, you can actually get in touch with us. We will be more than happy to facilitate that for you or provide support for your coaching team, or even if you have another sporting coach coming through, you can actually engage us in terms of strength and conditioning for your teams as well.
Wow. Yeah, thank you very much, Nigel. Thank you for the update there. We wish you all the best as you continue with your progress in this new chapter of your career.
Thank you, Isaac.
All right, viewers, Nigel Bana there, one of our elite karate athletes, martial arts, and now he is venturing into something new, becoming his own boss and running something, an inspiration for many young sporting athletes out there, young people as well. So we'll go for a short break now. Up next, we've got more on Sports Scene. Welcome back, viewers, and now let's take a look at some rugby league, our national sport here in Papua New Guinea. Recently, I was at the Sejong Gai Stadium and I caught up with the Central Dabaris Pathway or Development team, and I spoke with one of their coaches, Burao. Let's take a look.
We've selected two teams from the recent completed scale-rise Dabaris Nines Championship round. The sides are called West Central and East Central. We've named two sides from that tournament, so these teams will be taking part in the MRDC PRL Nines. Majority of the players are raw talents straight from the villages, and you will see some experienced players in the team too. Example, Tequila Kenny. He's been with the franchise for so long, taking part in the zone challenges enables him to be in the select side as well, to add some experience in the team, giving moral support in training and in preparations to the young ones straight from the village coming up in the system. For the Central West, Gairo Pepena will be coaching that side. For Central East, myself will be coaching the side. So I'm thinking if I could give everybody a run, see how they go, and then we'll take it from there based on their performance. After the PRL Nines, we are bidding for a space in the Port Moresby Rugby League competition, and if that comes through, then that will be the next phase. The rural kids are very interested in making the Dabaris side, so if we can just put them through the pathway programs, guide them, and then give them the best training while they are in the junior levels and the pathway programs, that will prepare them to be better coming through the system, and then eventually they make it to the elite team. Let me quickly give an example of that. During the scale-wise Nines championship round, which was the Dabaris championship round, one of the players from GGK, Alma Coast, was plucked out by the Dabaris head coach to join the elite team straight from the tournament. So as I speak, he's with the elite team training squad, training with the elite team. So that is a possibility, and it will only depend on the request of the head coach coming down to this level to observe, and then if he sees fit, that's his call. On that, I would like to thank the board of Central Dabaris for coming up with this initiative for growing rural, say taking the tournaments back to the villages and taking tournaments to the doorsteps. So it makes it easy for village people to participate in such a organized tournament. So like if compared to the previous tournaments, the village people pay a lot of money to come and compete in a city competition way, which is very expensive for village people. And for the Central Dabaris board to come up with that initiative, it's a big improvement and good for the village people back home.
And there you heard, folks, that was Burao from Central Dabaris. On behalf of Sportsin, just want to wish Central Dabaris all the best in the PNG NRLC season this year. All the best. Now, before I say goodbye, let's check out some weekend sports previews. So this weekend, NRL Round 2. Tonight we got the Penrith Panthers up against the Bunnies. And on Friday, that's tomorrow night, we got Parramatta Eels taking on Cronulla Sharks. And the Brisbane Broncos take on North Queensland Cowboys. A all-Queensland affair. I'm sure it's going to be an exciting game there. And on Saturday, we got the Roosters v Warriors, Dolphins v Raiders, and Melbourne Storm v Bulldogs. And on Sunday, the Tigers go up against the Newcastle Knights, and the Dragons, their first game for this season, they play against the Gold Coast Titans, and the Sea Eagles are on bye. In the Host Plus Cup, Round 1, Saturday, March 11th, when the Manly Seagulls take on Qatar's Townsville Blackhawks play against the Sunshine Coast Falcons, Jets up against the Magpies, the North Devils play the Bears, and Capras take on Tweed Head Seagulls. And on Sunday, our very own SPPNG Hunters will play against Clydesdales, and the Dolphins play the Tigers in the last game of Sunday. If you have any stories to tell us on Sportsin, you can contact us on the numbers there up on the screen. You can also email us or visit us at Garden City Level 2, Barocco, Port Moresby. Thank you very much, viewers. That's all we have for you tonight on Sportsin. On behalf of the entire Sportsin crew, good night. And remember, sports is powerful.